Oh, one last thing. Just because he let in 6 on 17 doesn't mean Carter Hart's not the future of the franchise. He's elite, and he's winning the Vezina this year.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he's great. Low-quality fans of a high-quality Bruins team, welcome back to another dub. That was an ass-kicking. We were talking about having a whole package, right? Getting a real regulation win, and the boys delivered. The boys delivered big. Through the first 4 games of the season, I got to have a lot of fun making up this weird theory that in the Ford F-150 Final 5, it had to be tied. It was a marketing scheme, and you still can't prove to me they weren't doing that for the first few games. It caused for a lot of nervousness from the fan base. This is our first real dub of the season. Our first real win came on the back of 2 really interesting things. First of all, Grizz is out. He's getting replaced by Clifton, which means our left side's defense was Lauzon, Clifton, Zaboral. If you submitted a lineup and those were your 3 defensemen, you're just chalking in the L. Just take the big outline fat L like a birthday card where you do really big letters and you can't fit it all at the end. Like, that's how big the L is. It's just huge. On top of that, Frederick deserved a promotion, and he got one. He bounced up to the 3rd line. Bjork gets demoted to the 4th line. Game starts. I'm nervous. I was kind of like, man, if we could squeeze out a 1-goal win again, that'd be awesome. This is why I shouldn't think ever. And normally I don't. A good portion of the first goes by, about 7 minutes, until a moment that just proves my point from the last video, where Marshy, great opportunity to shoot, falls right off his stick. He was just showing me he didn't have the hands, and I said out loud, me and my big, dumb, idiot, stupid mouth, just goes, see, Marshy doesn't have it. He'll get back to it, but he just doesn't have it right now. That aged wonderfully. But honestly, to start this game, we didn't look great. We didn't look bad, but we didn't look great. The lack of communication between Carlo and Clifton was pretty clear. They were making a little lapses. They weren't really tackling the puck the way it should have. It took a little bit of hesitation before one of them went for it sometimes. Stuff that I was kind of like, wow, this could get really ugly really quick. But Frederick to the rescue. Again, his hustle creates a power play opportunity for us, which he did multiple times this game. This guy is so annoying to play against. Everybody hates him, and we love it. So how'd the power play go, you might ask? Well, let me just tell you, we kept with the program. Bodies in front of the net. Krejci gets it at the point. He throws it on net, bounces around. Bergie finds it. Patience, top shelf, done. And that's our first goal. We got a first goal right away in the game, feeling good. The first period has been bread and butter for us. We've looked really good. We haven't put a lot in the net, but we've looked really good. But we extended the momentum that we had in the 3rd period of last game into this game. And everyone starts to pick it up after that. Obviously, you get a goal, the whole team's feeling good. Everyone other than DeBrusque. A couple things became really evident. The comparison between Frederick's trust with the coaching staff and Bjork's distrust is becoming super clear. Bjork just isn't feeling it on the ice, and Frederick is doing whatever the hell he wants, and he's making mistakes. Let's not say the guy's perfect, but he's everything you want in a young player in that bottom 6 role. All energy, all heart, wants to fight literally everyone, including the fans, but there's no fans, but I believe he would. Bjork, on the other hand, decision-making is horrible. He hesitates on the puck. He tries to force plays. It's not good. But more on the positive, Nick Ritchie remains one of our best players, and he is so simple. He has completely simplified the game. He literally just bangs bodies and gets in front of the net. And at one point, because he just kept it so simple, and he was like, you know what? I'm behind their net. I'm out of the trapezoid in the corner. I'm just going to throw it at the net. There's no one there, but let me just throw it over there, maybe a lucky bounce. And Provorov almost scores on his own net. It's that kind of stuff where good teams make their own luck. Well, that's what Nick Ritchie is doing. He just consistently keeps doing the right thing. Where was this guy in the bubble? Smith, looking better. I really liked what he was getting into. And actually, for once, I was right when I said that out loud. I went, wow, Smith, I'm liking the cut of his jib this game. And then we start the second. The whole narrative of second period Bruins is extinguished. Because for the 3rd game in a row, the second period, we come out hot. And Bergeron immediately has a huge chance, but Carter Hart makes a huge save, and then it goes down the other way, and guess what happens? What always happens when a goalie makes a huge save? The Flyers have been so good at getting bodies in front of the net and tipping pucks in. Great job by Voracek. He's been feeding those a lot. Hayes gets the tip. The worst thing about it is it really crushed the momentum. And again, you have these nagging feelings of like, man, we just can't build a lead. We got that power play goal, and I know the third period of last game was great, but I'm worried. Can we keep that kind of stuff going? And then Smitty just like, you know what? I'm sick of this. I'm a sniper. It's what I do. So you know what he does? He hits an open net. Really what happened here, Smith gets into the zone, he chucks it at the net. It turns into a complete mess of bodies. During all of this, Frederick, who looks great on that line, was bashing into anyone around Hart. He just wanted to absolutely create chaos. And actually, someone commented in the Discord during that game that all they want to see is Frederick and Marshy play together because they're an advocate of chaos. And you know what? That would be fun for a shift. But the puck gets lost, and it gets to Coyle. And Coyle, because he's in front of the net, managed to grab it, throw it across the slot, right on Smith's stick. Boom, open net, and Smitty gets his first goal, and he deserved it because he was really working for it this game, and I think he's getting a lot more comfortable with Coyle. And then immediately after this, I'm kind of bummed out because I'm watching DeBrusk play, and this is a moment, we just got the lead again. He should be speeding. He should be pumped. He should be like, all right, if goals are going in, I'm going to get one. And he just still doesn't have that confidence. You can see it in his body language. You can see it in his face. He's whiffing shots. All of his shots are going in really easy to defend areas. He is going to straighten the ship, but I'm a little worried at this point. Danica, throughout this whole game, has shown that he wants it. He wants it too bad. He's not thinking through all of his plays, but he wants it. He's just trying to force a couple things right now. I'm really interested to see where he ends up when everyone's healthy. Kasha will be coming back eventually. Pasta's coming back eventually. Who gets these spots? We're pretty sure Bjork's not getting one at this point, but there's going to be another odd man out. Do you know who's not going to be the odd man out? What are you doing? You're just going to take a whole episode about Trent Frederick? You bet your ass I am. Bad turnover, huge back check. It was a 2-on-1, and Freddie comes careening all the way back, effort the whole way, and causes just enough of a disturbance. This has been everything for us. We need an energy guy like that because Corrali isn't quite that player anymore, but he feeds off of it. I like Frederick on the fourth line. I loved him on the third line too, though. Any bottom six role that you find for this guy, I'm in. And I'm watching, and I need this jersey. I need it now. And then we get a little more creative. And Freddie and Smith and Coyle all get rewarded. On the blue line outside the zone, Smith with a really nice off-the-wall pass to Freddie. Freddie, who sends it down towards the net because that's what he's doing. He's just trying to get pucks to the right places. And Carter Hart, who did not look good in this game, goes for the poke. Buddy, Coyle's right in front of you. You don't think he's going to figure that out? You're not going to see him poking, and he's just going to go, oh, I know what to do here. One-handed. Oh, just stretch. You got to stretch it. Stretch. He pokes the puck first. And I don't know how many of you guys know physics, because I certainly fucking don't. But the puck, for some reason, then ramps up and goes over Hart and in the net. And it's a goal for Coyle, and an assist from Freddie, and an assist from Smitty. What is happening? We are getting offense left and right against a really good defensive team. This team has woken the beast, and it is so much fun to watch. We're going into the third period with a 3-1 lead against a really good team after several games of not playing well. This is what I needed. And I wasn't nervous at this point because this team does what it does in the third. It locks it down. Worth pointing out at this point. Now, there was an obvious difference between Grizz and Clifton. I do like the weight Clifton had. He definitely was stronger, and that was pretty evident on the boards. But he got caught trying to do too much, and he doesn't have the stick handling that Grizz does. So sometimes he was losing these battles not because of physicality, but just because of your hands. So, yes, downgrade. But can we say Cliffy didn't look out of place? He didn't look bad. I just was really surprised that we didn't get super exposed when you have a guy jumping in for who was our second best defender, potentially. Marshy proves once again he doesn't have his hands. He's got a nice chance to shoot, completely misses the net. Thank God for St. Patrice, though. He decides if he wants the puck. And if he decides that he wants the puck, then sit down and shut up because he's taking the puck. Strips the puck away from the defender, throws it toward Marshy. Marshy has an easy goal, and you can see his confidence. I don't know what it is with this team, but you can see confidence going like this year. Unsung hero, Halak played a great game. He actually didn't have to do a ton, but there were some major saves. One of the big ones, JVR with a breakaway, Halak stones him. That really kind of kept us feeling good. It was 4-1 at the time, but you definitely don't want to let in a defensive lapsed goal, because that can really shake you and maybe create for kind of a rough finish. Huge stop, and after that stop, it really felt like that's it. The game's over. Power play, still rocking. And here's the thing. Marchand, great goal, great finish, love it. But again, Nick Ritchie, dude, he's simplified the game, and he's making the right passes, making the right decisions, and he's executing, which is huge. But it's just nice to see him think the game really well. And he's really feeling it right now, and I hope this lasts all season. To finish it off, another power play goal, shot by Marshy. Bergy finishes on the rebound. Again, those dirty areas, they were huge for us tonight. This was a complete package of a game. Penalty kill looked good, although it didn't get called for much. Power play, lights out. 3 goals in the power play. Even strength, 3 goals on even strength. And we dominate with puck possession. Game notes, Zaboral has improved every single game, and he is looking more and more like an NHL player. And I know that scouts coming into the season, everyone's like, I don't know if he's quite ready. He might be. He was our most consistent guy at the AHL last year. But gotta be honest, game 1 and 2, I was unimpressed. But he's growing into it, and he's not afraid to shoot. In my argument, I think he shoots a little too much, but I don't hate that he's not afraid of it. This kid might actually turn into a full-time real NHL defenseman, and that would be huge for us. He has been... This is misleading because I just praised him. He has been heavily protected. I don't know how many people have seen this. He's had very few starts in the defensive zone, usually starts on the offense, gets switched out pretty quickly. So he's been protected. These guys should not be lockdown defensemen, but they kind of are. They're playing really well. So I want to keep an eye on him big time and see if he keeps taking those next steps. And I kind of want to see how many defensive zone snaps he's going to get, because you can't just have McAvoy playing that role, because McAvoy has a great shot and he's great at getting the puck past a couple guys from the point. Like, he needs to have that role where he's able to generate some offense. And if you're always starting him down in the defensive zone, you're taking away one of your weapons. If we can get Zaboral down there a couple times, I don't hate that. Only 17 shots from Philly. Great game. I love it. Complete package. I don't need to say more about that. Huge. Halak looked great. 17 shots, only allowed 1 on a tipped shot. Made some big saves. All right, guys, that does it for me. That's another dub. That's another couple of points banking against every game you're playing your divisional rivals. These points matter so much. Regulation wins matter so much. And the Flyers should be up there at the end of the season. To get 4 points out of 4 against them, huge. Tuesday should be big too. I don't know what the Penguins are going to look like this year. I mean, I've seen a little bit of what they're doing. They had a rough start. They might end up being a really good team. They might not. You never know with them. But we'll see you Tuesday. Go ahead, like, subscribe, all that kind of crap. Go Bees.